Hello, class. Once again, this is Mike Williams coming at you with an impromptu speech, some of my own personal thoughts and feelings on a subject that's been boiling here in our country for uh, forever, I guess, ever since there have been police. Yes, I want to talk about police brutality and the assault on the apparent assault on African Americans, both male and female, young and old, throughout this country. This all started, I think, being very publicized and brought to the public eye, where it was more mainstream with the George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin murder, which was a true travesty of justice, just blatant. I mean, that right there, that went back to the old Jim Crow Black Code days. You know, where they would accuse a black man, of looking at a white woman and giving him 5 life sentences or something if they didn't lynch him or whatnot. And then we have the situation um, that was followed that with the gentleman up in New York who was selling cigarettes or something outside a store, and this hillbilly decided to go ahead and choke him to death, because he was a police officer. As the man lay there choking, telling them that he could not breathe, they continued to choke. And it just made me wonder as I watched that video: is black life that cheap? Why are we viewed as lesser of value than any other race? What is it about us that makes us so hated as a people? These are things that I've pondered my entire life, and I've faced racism just about everywhere I've went. Hell, I left Baker College because of racism. That's why I ended up at Schoolcraft. I mean, let's face it, it's out there. There are all kind of isms. I'm a big person. As you can see, when I was a center and a nose guard playing football, being big was a virtue. Now, I'm mocked and laughed at because of my size. You know, uh, I'm I'm back out in the job market, so I'm facing ageism. There's another one. Then, like I said, sizeism. Then there's the racism. There are all kind of isms. If I was a gay dude, that would be another one. So I'm just really bothered. About these occurrences with the police and some of the brutality. Going back a few years, a young man, a young teenager, young black child, straight A student, was gunned down by the police. 3 police officers in New York. I think the borough was Brooklyn. They shot the boy 41 times. One police officer reloaded his gun twice. Now, why would you need to shoot a child 41 times? And I have to ask a question. I know a lot of you are going to raise your eyebrows at this, but when is the last time you guys heard of a white person being shot 41 times? Other than Bonnie and Clyde and John Dillinger and guys like that. Let's be honest. This happens too frequently in our country. We're supposed to be a civilized society. A civilized society. We're what, 26% of the population, and make up 80% of the population in prison? You know, we need to do better, America. I mean, if we're ever going to get over this race thing, we need to do better. We need to do better. We need to just come clean about everything. Just lay it on the table, get it out in the open. Let's deal with it. Let's squash it. Let's move on. Let's repair our country. Let's do it together. You know, if you want to get past the whole issue of slavery, let's bring it out here. Okay, let's tell it like it really was. Okay, you should let the world know that America knows that it basically fucked up. Everybody does it sometimes. Me, you, everybody. You know, and America did. And that's all slavery was, one big F up. It just had more serious implications and long term implications. And like any mistake, it should have been rectified and apologized for. Not what Congress did a few years ago. I'm talking about on a serious note, on a serious level. You know, and just to go ahead and say one last note that I don't believe that our police forces should be militarized. All police forces throughout the country should be banned from owning and possessing and utilizing military equipment on their own citizens. It should be absolutely banned. What are we living in? Russia? Is this a police state all of a sudden? Where is the need for this coming from? Where are these directives coming from? What are they getting trained up for? It's kind of scary. You know, is this the type of tyranny that our Constitution speaks of, which gave us the right to bear arms? Think about it, people. You know, I do, and I'm worried. You know, y'all have a good day. God bless you. Good luck in the class. Goodbye.